Tasya Kalyana Gunarnavasyam Vande Guru Śrī Charanarvindam. Mahaprabhu Kirtan Nritya Geetam Vaditramarchan Mansorasenam Romanchakampa Shrutaranga Bhajam Vande Guru Śrī Charanarvindam. Śrī Vigraharadhana Nityananam Shringaratan Mandiramarchanadav Yuktasya Bhaktamsha Niyunjatopim Vande Guru Śrī Charanarvindam. Chaturvida Shrim Bhagavad Prasadam Swadhanna Triptam Haribhakti Sangam Kritvaiva Triptim Bhajatat Sadaivam Vande Guru Śrī Charanarvindam. Shri Radhika Madhavayorapayo Madhurya Leela Gunarupa Namnam Pratikshana Swadhanalolupasyam Vande Guru Śrī Charanarvindam. Nikunjayo no Ratikeli Siddhai Yayali Viryukti Rapekshaniya Tatrati Daksha Tativallabhasya Vande Guru Śrī Charanarvindam. Sakshatharetvena Samasta Shastra Yuktastada Bhavyatena Sadhvi Kintu Prabhuya Priyaiva Tasya Vande Guru Śrī Charanarvindam. So, dear devotees, we have passed through all that free will, bahirmukha, to this material world. That's all gone. Great good fortune. Somehow we are awakened to the fact that the Lord is sitting in the heart, and then we want to turn towards the Lord. And the Lord had made arrangements. He did make arrangements. Sensing our eagerness to be with Him, He did make arrangements. And He sent the devotees, He sent the Sadhu Guru. And this Sadhu Guru, who is He? ācārya Chaitya Vapusam. Who is this ācārya? ācārya is ācārya, the Bhagavata, who shows how to do bhakti in ācārana, how bhakti to be done ācārya. The one who shows bhakti in ācārya, practice ācārya. There are many sadhus who are ācāryas, but the one that is so merciful to us and then has come to put us in the internal energy, the Sadhu Guru. He is like a cloud. He is giving us Krishna. He is always engaged in the loving service of the Lord, in the Nama, in the Śrī Vigraha, in the heart of all living entities. And He is always doing relishing bhakti, rasa aswadana, anubhuti, experiencing, perceiving the mellows with Bhagavan, and is able to see the rupa, guna, leela of Bhagavan. He is a Radhika Priya Sakhi, and He is coming as Kṛṣṇa-prema to place us in the internal energy. How many lives have passed, got stuck in karma, and now Bhagavān was merciful, made arrangements, sent Kṛṣṇa-prema, and this Sandhini Shakti is placing us in the internal energy. How wonderful, what a great fortune is this to this jīva. What a great fortune. This isn't ordinary. This is something that is to be celebrated every moment. Now that the Lord, and mercy of the Lord has taken the form of a person as sadhu, guru, Sandhini Shakti, is placing us in Sandhini Shakti. This is to be celebrated eternally. This is not just one of the events that happens in the life of a jīva. This is an eternally significant event. Celebrate, 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 honor and celebrate this Mahat Bhagya that Sadhguru is placing us in the internal energy and to serve the Bhagavān lovingly. Is there any greater festival to celebrate than this? So in this way, initiation, taking Diksha is just the beginning of the celebration. So we celebrate that every moment. The mercy, that causeless mercy that is putting us in the internal energy of Bhagavan, engaging us in the loving service of Bhagavan. So this Kripa of Bhagavan, yasya prasado bhagavat prasada yasya aprasado nagati kato pityayam tu vantasya yasya trisandhyam vande guru Śrī Guru. This is what is happening to us. So how would we respond when such an eternal thing is happening to us? So the mercy of Bhagavan is coming through as mercy of Śrī Guru. Yasya prasado bhagavat prasada. So one day Guru Śrī Charana-ravindam. Śrī Gurubhyo Namaha. This is a constantly ongoing process. It's not like, okay, I got initiation, I got Guru Padashraya, I celebrated, done. It's not just one time event thing happened on one fortunate day. It's a start of that. Start of celebration of fortune. And it's a dynamic thing, ongoing. The purification has to happen. Jīva has to be purified, to be placed at Bhagavan. We accept it joyfully. While we are being purified, while we are being Krishnaized. As the dirt is going away, we are getting filled with Krishna. How are we looking at what is happening to us? It's the bhakti that is happening to all of us. How are we looking at it? Gratefully? Joyfully? Yes, please. Or, my goodness, with morose, with fear, with pressure. It's the same thing happening. It's the same thing happening to all of us. It's bhakti of the Bhagavan, Bhagavad Shakti in action on us. And how do we respond to Bhagavan? Thank you, Bhagavan. Yes, please. Śrī Guru Charana Padmam Kevala Bhakati Sadmam Bandamoyi Savadhana Mate Jahara Prasadeva Yabhavato Diyam Jaham Kṛṣṇa-prema Hoija Hoite. See, this kind of perspective, to be looking at bhakti like this, Honestly, that doesn't happen overnight, because there are layers and layers and layers of conditioning for us, on us. Physical layers of conditioning, mental layers of conditioning, intellectual layers of conditioning, ego layers of conditioning, so many layers. So the fact is, yes, the layers have to break. For somebody to feel like, oh, of course, this is a fortune to celebrate. The layers have to break. Layers will break. We should let the layers break. For the layers to break, we soak in mercy. It just doesn't happen because every now and then we do a little bit in bhakti. Okay, I have done it, done. How much dirt can go on when you just wash a very greasy kitchen pot with one wash scrub, yeah, just wash it for some time and then put it aside. How much dirt will go away? It is so greasy, layered and layered and layered and layered and layered. All those layers have to go away. The conditioning has to break. It just doesn't happen because we think, okay, my conditions have to break. It doesn't happen on a mental platform. They just don't break like that. That also we have to understand. Oh my goodness, all these layers are sitting on me. And these layers, they break easily. They just fall off when we get soaked. Soaking means it takes time. Work in progress. That's when the layers get a little thinned out, loosened, and then they break. So, utsaha nischaya dhairyat. We should understand, so we are work in progress. All I need to do is get soaked. Soaked in and out. Just get soaked in the Krishna Katha Nama, in the devotee Sangha. And then these layers will be broken. They are not ordinary layers. They have very strong and binding layers. One after the other. Physical, mental, intellectual, egoistic. So many layers. So not to be surprised that it takes a little time. And we should have patience. Patience is, we still go on when we don't see the results as expected. That's patience. Determination is the effort goes on uninterrupted. Enthusiasm is having faith. Yes, this will work out. I may not see the result now, but yes, it will happen because it's an authentic process. So when we know what is happening to us, we will have this utsaha nischaya dhairyat. I'm work in progress. My deep conditioning layers are being soaked. I have to continue this until these layers get thinned out and break. And they will break. As they break, we get liberated. As they thin out, our perspective changes. Our conditioning is to see everything as, oh, that is something I have to do. Oh my goodness. And then everything negative that has to come in the thought will come about the process, about ourselves, about everything around. That is conditioning. Conditioned to limitation, conditioned to negative thing. Though bhakti is happening to all of us, it is because of the conditioning, the way we look at it, that slowly changes. We don't have to be disappointed thinking, why am I thinking like this when it is so beautiful? It is because of the condition, negative condition that we think like that. That will slowly change. That is simply a byproduct of the yearning that goes within and the tapasya that goes along with the yearning. That tapasya is to be in the katha, in the nama, in the seva with the devotees. When that goes on, day after day, day after day, day after day, then these layers, they get thinned and thinned and thinned and thinned. And our perspective naturally changes without too much of a struggle. So that we should understand. Guru Mukha Padma Vakyam Chitete Kodiyakya Aranam Koriho Maniyasham Śrī Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati Jai Prasade Pure Sarva Asha. So these layers at different levels, they are not ordinary conditioning. Not ordinary. They just don't go away because we take some courses, we come up with techniques, formulas, try a little bit of this and that every now and then. Excuse me, those are not ordinary layers. Not even the physical condition breaks. What to speak of the breaking of mental, intellectual and ego layers. They don't break so easily. They break when when the Ganges flows with full force. That's when all these barriers break. And that Ganges flows like that. When the ācārya Vāni, it's like pure Ganges. When that comes, when it starts flowing into us, then these barriers, they get soaked and they break. Constantly exposing ourselves to this Ganges like ācārya Vāni to, but the flow to come in and break our condition beautifully, very beautifully it happens. We should just receive this Ganges flow of Vāni with raised arms, open heart, and the Vāni does it all, does it all. Guru Mukha Padma Vakyam Chitete Kodriya Aikya. And the instruction of the Guru. Instruction of the Guru is such a key thing to break the conditioning. There is nothing else that breaks the conditioning. There is nothing that comes from our body, mind or intelligence, ego that can break our own conditioning. How can the condition of these layers break when something is coming from the very same place that is binding us? The conditioning is because of our tendency that is coming from this body, mind, intelligence and ego. So how is anything that is born from the same place can break this condition? It cannot. There has to be a force outside of us to break these layers of conditioning. That force outside of us, the superior force, is the instruction of the Sadhu Guru. And the light is the ācārya Vāni. These have to be our life and soul. Only they can break the conditioning. When we hold on to them tight, the Vāni of the Ācārya's instruction of the Guru, that's it. Then they break the conditioning. Then we will start to feel different. Then we will start to perceive everything different. It just happens naturally. We don't have to struggle. Okay, I have to think like that. Why am I thinking this way? We don't have to struggle. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chittete Koriya Aikya Arana Kori Homane Asha Śrī Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati Jai Prasade Pure Sarva Asha चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्म जन्म प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशा जाते वेद गाया हर चरित श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आधम जनार बंधु लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना प्रभु गुरु दया देह मोरे पाद चयम Ebijashpushu Tribhuvan Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana Gurudev Hoilo Sharana Jaya Prabhupadam Jaya Prabhupadam Jaya Prabhupadam Srila Prabhupadam Jaya Guru Devan Jaya Guru Devan Jaya Guru Devan Jaya Guru Devan Śrī Gurubhyo Namaha Vacha Kalpatarubhyascha